556.
Man, that's
We
beautiful.
encourage your calls, man. We're here to serve. So we encourage your calls, your inquiries. We are ready to serve our community in all who are interested in what we're trying to do.
Man, that's beautiful.
But I think the last thing I want to mention, Brother Torrey, if we have time, is the camp that is coming up for the children.
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely.
And we have a camp plan for children ages 9 through 15, and this particular camp is going to take place out in Spanish Lake, Missouri. We will be able to provide transportation. The cost of the camp is $450. It's a 5-day full camp, 24/7, and it's a traditional summer camp, so you get a chance to do all the things like archery, night walks, the basketball. Jump on in, Ahmad, and help me out here.
Man, we got the basketball, we got softball. We're also going to have educational components. We're going to have martial arts there, and of course we'll have the overnight stay and lodging, and we'll have 3 meals a day. And then there are some special treats and components that we're putting into it that will help, kind of give our students a well-rounded view of education, who they are, career building, and then help them to determine their careers in life and their paths in life.
Oh, wow. Man, that sounds like a great time, a great, safe learning environment, a safe environment just in general, with qualified people who, man, y'all just going to take the children to another level during this camp. And I'm so excited. I definitely encourage all of our readers. This is some place that I would, I want to work. I want my children to be there if the schedule permits. And you all are the kind of mentors and counselors and educators that I would feel very comfortable with my children being there, knowing that they're going to be able to learn and grow and get something out of it that I think would be just absolutely memorable.
Right.
We would love to have them.
I wanted to add too that it is a boys' camp, however.
Oh, okay.
This is an all boys camp. This particular camp.
Beautiful. That's even better. Yep, that's excellent. Man, yeah, you all are doing it, and I didn't I forgot to mention, or we didn't talk about this aspect, and I know, Brother Ma, that you are very qualified in this area. Both of you are so qualified in so many different areas. But children or adults who, some of those that 2 out of 3 that stop reading and that half after college, oftentimes, even though if we've gone through and even gotten a college degree, it doesn't mean that we have mastered the understanding of how to learn. And oftentimes we have barriers to learning that prevent us from keep going in the learning process, which should be forever. Until we go into the ground, we should always be learning. And I know that you all are qualified, Brother Ahmad especially. I don't know about, Brother Carr, you ought to let me know that too. But to really help people overcome some of the learning barriers.
Yeah. Glad you mentioned that, Brother Torrey. That was some of the special things that I kind of hinted to when this come up. And when adults come up as well. Brother Carl and myself, we are certified in delivering courses that allow people to overcome 3 major barriers to learning. We know that at work we went under intense study to become certified in these areas. We have tried it with our children at Muhammad University of Islam. It has been effective. Some have went on to college, and some are in college that came in to take part of the program. We've also delivered it to students in Chicago public schools as well as community organizations, and we have seen an improvement in these children. There are 3 barriers to learning. This technology is called study technology, and it has come under the educational arm of L. Ron Hubbard. And we have taken this thing by the horns and really have put it, out and put it to task. And we feel quite comfortable with the results that we are getting. So, if you send your children to our camps, I want you to know that they will not only walk away with a good time, they'll walk away with the tools that will equip them to handle the difficulties that they thought they had when studying courses or in class or taking subjects, whether it's fifth grade all the way up to college.
Wow, that's beautiful.
We know we've come across a tool that we have tested and we know works.
And that really is ultimately why children and sometimes adults are disruptive in the learning process or give up and walk out on it. Oftentimes it is because of what's being taught. But then there are these other barriers that you just mentioned. So, I mean, that's absolutely incredible.
That is the basis for why. Yeah, that is the basis for why that happens. I mean, every day you watch the news in Chicago here in particular. I was just in Atlanta and South Carolina, and it looks quite the same. But there are a plethora of violent acts committed by.
Oh, I need a buzzer. Every time a guest mentions my favorite word, plethora. That's what's up. I need a buzzer on the show so I can do ding, 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 ding. Yes, sir, but you're making a serious point there. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a reason why they are out doing this, and we want to help be a positive remedy. But we know if our children have proper education and they're not afraid of diving 100% into the careers in which they desire to take on, they won't choose the route of less resistance. They can really be whatever they desire to be once they believe they can overcome educationally. And this tool that we have, man, we are sold that it works. We have seen it work.
Yes, sir.
And we are, and we anxiously await, those to come and in the future and to experience this thing that we have that we know will help.
It works. Wow. And I know we've talked a little bit about this offline. And so, for example, if somebody wants to be a engineer, an electrical engineer, but then they get into opening books about electrical engineering and it seems so complicated, they give up. You all can help walk them through that process so they don't have to give up on that dream they have to become an electrical engineer.
Absolutely. You want to go into that a little bit, Brother Carl?
Yes, sir. The course that we study, the title of it is called The Fundamentals of Instruction. And in this particular course, L. Ron Hubbard, who was the leader of the Scientologists, or the Church of Scientologists, he studied for years developing this method of teaching. And for a long time, teaching has been seen as an art as well as a science, but more as an art in some cases than of a science. But he's basically kind of evening out the scales where he's bringing up more of the scientific principles of learning. And these principles, and I'm not going to reveal all the secrets because we want you to come in.
That's right.
But in evening up the scales, he's basically studied the science of learning. And there's an exact science to certain aspects of learning. And he's discovered the three barriers that, regardless of who you are, you could possibly run into while studying it. And these things are so powerful, these barriers, they can actually make you drop out. And as the dropout rate across the United States is staggering, particularly here in Chicago, school system. So we know that something is wrong with the educational system if the children are increasingly becoming violent and increasingly not wanting to learn, which learning is a natural process.
Right.
So there's something wrong with the way that the instruction is being administered. And of course, most of the educators themselves who haven't been trained in this, they would be somewhat skeptical. But what they can't be skeptical about is the fact that what they're doing is not working. And that's true. we can say is that we do have this offer. If you want more details, then you can give us a call, or better yet, send your children there and let them be the best testimony.
Man, that's beautiful. Brothers, man, I thank both of you all for being on the show and giving us that, that insight and letting us know about this wonderful camp you all are doing and the books and everything. So, you're always welcome on the Bean Soup Show for any camp updates or anything else. Man, you're always welcome. We appreciate you all for what you're doing.
And Brother Toy, we too appreciate you. You're doing a mighty work with getting the information out to our people. And we want to applaud and back you and help and support you. And we pray that you continue to be the beacon of light and a source of information to our people.
Yes, sir, man. Well, I appreciate that and receive that. And, I always say, my job is so fun because I get and I love to share good news about what our people are doing. And so you all, man, it just brings joy to my heart to be able to share good news about the shakers and movers in Chicago and beyond. And you all are doing that for sure.
That's like you're kind of like that man in the scripture who did that.
Which one?
Sharing of the good news.
Sharing of the good news. Oh yeah, I heard about that man. That's what's up. So man, I look forward to us connecting again, and I'll see you all over at Salon Restaurant real soon, having a good meal. Yeah. And of course, we're inviting all of our readers, listeners. Yes. Yeah. Come on out to Salon Restaurant and share a meal with us.
Yes.
All right, brothers. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.